You're married to this piece, this weapon of iron and wood, and you will be faithful. Hard hit! Hard hit! Pray!
This is my record player. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My record player is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. Without me, my record player is useless. Without my record player, I am useless. Can you tell I just watched a movie? Well, I mean, if we want to get technical, this is my new record player. This is my old record player. She's been alive and kind of kicking for about 4 years now. And only recently did I thank her for her services. But as the online music guy, I needed a record player that actually played music good. She's been featured on the channel many, many times, but I just don't have the heart to give her the boot. Speaking of which, if you want to get really, really, really technical, this is also my record player. My first record player. God, it makes me sick looking at it. This thing is a dinosaur. I don't even think it works anymore, but I just can't throw it away. All of those expensive gadgets that I just showed are what allows pieces of PVC to make noise. And either new, old, or really fucking old. I love these things. This video is dedicated to vinyl records. But more importantly, it is a love letter to the record player. I've been collecting records for a good chunk of time now, and as you can tell by my little Eras tour that I did with my record players, the bar was pretty low when it came to what I actually listened to them on. But my personal weapon of choice that allows the vinyl records that I own to make noise is the Audio-Technica LP120 X USB. Doesn't sound as cool at the end, but the 120 thing. This thing is a fucking unit. Stylish, sleek, super sturdy and durable design. Like, this thing is fucking heavy. It could poke a hole in a brick wall if your arms don't give out. And the namesake of this unit puts the USB part of the name to use. You could plug your computer in and record what comes off the record. Is that not the most gorgeous sentence you've ever heard in your goddamn life? But the gadget, the bells and whistles, they're all nice, but to keep this thing from essentially becoming an expensive paperweight, it needs records to play. You really can't talk about one without the other. The joys of physical media are coming back into the mainstream, and they have for a pretty long time. And I kind of credit that to the overly philosophical YouTube kids with Sony FX3s. I mean, no shade, real recognize real, I just own a Canon. But I'm here for it. And believe it or not, my record player has the capacity to play all types of records. Black records, white records, gray, clear, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, and whatever this fucking thing is. But it's not just about the piece of wax that makes funny music when you put it on my record player. It's also about the piece of paper / cardboard / sometimes plastic that houses this disc. The packaging of the vinyl record is arguably, and yes, I'm arguing it, as important as the music it plays. Not just super fun eye candy, or really expensive square posters to hang up in your house when you have guests over so people think you have, quote, music taste. It can continue the story told by the artist's music. For examples, you have fun trinkets included in the record, like lyric sheets so there's no confusion about what the artist is truly trying to say. My heat just turned on, fuck. Digital download cards if you want to download that piece of music for online listening. And just some weird goofy shit. I love a vinyl record that includes really, really weird things that normally shouldn't have inside of a vinyl record. I've received an air freshener and 2 separate paper masks inside of vinyl record packages. Like, that's just fucking fun, dude. Like, What are we, the fun police now? Only music? Get fuck out of here. You also have really cool packaged vinyls that align with the themes of the record, continue to tell the story visually without even really doing much of anything. And if you're really, really lucky, you might get a secret track or two, really going above and beyond to reward the purchaser of the record with some tracks that those streaming people just can't hear. Unless you rip it, but I mean, that's kind of shitty, but I mean, it's also just kind of how the world works. So I mean, live your truth. I'm not the cops, bro. But yeah, I'm not stupid. Let's address the elephant in the room. Spotify exists. Why waste the money? Simple answer to that is an old saying that I think weirdly kind of does, but also doesn't at all make a lot of sense. Time having fun is never time wasted. This might come as a shock to you, but music is rather important to me. So owning a record that is deeply personal to me brings it another level up for me in its enjoyment. I know all the TikTok music people say it, but legitimately, holding it in your hands, looking at the cover, physically putting it on the table, and dropping the needle, Anthony Fantano reference, is a different experience, especially when you love the fucking piece of music, man. Records collected on trips are really special to me, because now I have this physical, tangible memory of this time and place I've been in my life. Gifted records mean a lot to me, because when an album is gifted by a friend or loved one, in a way, they're forever connected to that piece of music. A fun thing I've been doing for holidays and birthdays is asking my parents to buy their favorite vinyl records for me as presents. And it's a fun way of discovering old music that I might not have even heard of, like Pink Floyd or The Police. I think it's super neat when my parents give me a record that they think is special enough to them to gift to me. I don't know, something about that's really nice. Owning my favorite records bring a whole new dimension to the listen. Owning a record that I like a handful of songs off of brings a whole new dimension to the listen. Picking up a record that I've never heard in my entire life ever gives it a whole new dimension to listen. And yeah, all previously stated are still true. It's expensive, it's inconvenient, and with the rise of streaming, why even bother? But for me, and for a lot of other people who really, really care about music, it's really neat. Streaming gets the job done. But the record player, that's just going the extra mile.